Hello everyone and welcome to the first video on my channel. In this video I will be talking about Het Lavenlaar area at Efteling, more commonly known as Het Volk van Laaf, the people of Laaf, which in my opinion is a wonderful and incredibly immersive themed area. When you enter the people of Laaf, or Het Lavenlaar, through the main entrance, you almost immediately run into Laaf's Loerhuis. Inside of this building you can hear and see the story of the people of Laaf by looking into the well that is positioned in the middle of the room. At the bottom of the well you can see pictures that illustrate the tale that you hear inside Laaf's Loerhuis. Before I go any further into the attraction, I shall tell the story that goes along with it. The Tale of the Laven is an original fairy tale written by Don van de Ven. Van de Ven worked for Efteling for over 35 years as a designer. He is also the creator of various other attractions at Efteling. For example, Droomvlucht, Villa Volta, Fata Morgana, Huis van de Vijf Zintuigen, Spookslot and more. Anyway, the story goes as follows. Many million years ago, the people of Laaf lived on the North Pole. It was a tropical place before the Ice Age hit. Oervader Laaf travelled underground to find a warm place for the folk to live, but froze to death on his way there. Him dying is referred to as het grote lood in the story. The mother of all Laven is Oermoeder Lot. She was heartbroken when she found out Oervader Laaf had passed away. So as a consolation, the folk made a statue in remembrance of Oervader Laaf. Then the folk started living underground for many years until they heard a cry that they, the folk, used to find and greet each other. Alaaf. Hearing this cry made the folk decide to dig their way up to the surface of the earth. They saw humans and adapted to their way of living, but in their own unique way. The place that they came up to the surface is supposedly where their village is located at Efteling. They named their village Het Lavenlaar. A side note. A laar is a clearing in the forest. Het Lavenlaar and Het Volk van Laaf is the same place at Efteling, but Het Lavenlaar is the name of the village. Het Volk van Laaf is the title of the section of the park that includes the monorail. The main part of the people of Laaf is a walk-through attraction with elements of a playground weaved throughout the area. When visiting the people of Laaf, there is no doubt you'll see the monorail that takes guests on a ride above the many paths and houses. You can find the entrance to the monorail around the corner upon entering Het Lavenlaar, just past the archway. The monorail doesn't have a name, it's just monorail, though some people refer to it as the slakken, the snails. Fitting because the building that serves as the station where guests get on and off the ride is named Slakkenhuis, Snail's House, or House of Snails, I guess. The monorail lets passengers enjoy a ride through various scenes of the people of Laaf from 3.5 meters above the ground. The vehicles are meant to resemble snail and they depart in groups of 3. And each snail has their very own name, all starting with a L. I present to you Laf, Lef, Liv, Lov, Len, Lel, Leeuw, Log, Lol, Lal, Lis, Lijs, Lus, Les, Lup, Lop, Lap, Lijp, Lel, Lar, Loor, Leur, Lok, Luk, and Lak. I've already mentioned Laaf's Loerhuis, where you can hear the story of the people of Laaf, but there are so much more buildings that I want to talk about. So for this part of the video, I'm just going to highlight a few of those other houses. The people of Laaf doesn't only offer buildings to walk through and see the Laven through a window. No, there are interactive bits and pieces spread throughout the area. For example, at Loof en Eerhuis. Loof and Eer translates to praise and honor. Inside of here you can see the statue built in remembrance of Oervader Laaf that I mentioned earlier. You can place your hand on a plate in the shape of a hand and candles will light. It may sound a bit strange and it is, I think. Something else that is interactive is Lachhuis. Trust me, this one's fun. Lach translates to laugh, as in laughing. So basically, there are 2 staircases at this house. One of them is a regular one, where you can just go up and stand inside of the house. Only when you take the other staircase, down or up, whatever you want, you will hear noises that can be perceived as funny. This is one of those things that you don't know unless you walk down those stairs. There are also a few other places I would like to highlight that are not interactive or barely interactive. Lahl's Brouwhuis is a building where there are tons of things to see. Several animatronics representing the Laven can be seen making wine. At least I think it's wine. I don't know why else you would need grapes, and brouw thus translates to brew in English. The detail in this place is amazing. Well, the detail everywhere in this village is amazing, but I really noticed a lot of different things at Lahl's Brouwhuis. Let's move on to Lot's Kraamhuis. The scene at Lot's Kraamhuis embodies a certain chaos. Lot refers to Oermoeder Lot from the story. The word kraam doesn't have a direct translation in English, but all you really need to know is that it has to do with childbirth and a nursery. Inside of the building you can see Oermoeder Lot caring for all the baby Laven, which are larvaes. That does sound pretty cute. Anyway, it is a sight to see, to say the least. Another place I should mention is Leerhuis. You can walk all the way around the building, and inside a scene plays out that portrays a school. One student can be seen falling asleep. There's an owl at the doorway with a bell, and fossils from stone lie on the ground. Once again, the attention to detail here is great. The last house I want to talk about is Larikoekhuis. If there's any melody from the people of Laaf that is an earworm, it is this one. If you can look past that, this house is a treat. Get it? A treat, because it looks like a bakery where they make pastries. Get it? Anyhow, inside of this house you can see people who look like bakers kneading dough, and the windows where guests can stand at are lined with pastries and cakes. In my opinion, outside is where you can find the real eye-catcher. The sails. The sails you usually see on a windmill. Wait. Upon further inspection and research, I realized my assumptions were wrong. This is not a bakery. It's a flour mill, apparently. Moving on. Something else I'd like to point out are the mirrors. The mirrors at the People of Laaf are the kind of mirrors that reshape, is that what it's called? Or over-exaggerate your body. We've come to the end of the segment where I talk about the separate houses, and I've not covered each place and every detail of the People of Laaf. And if I were to do that, we would be here all day, so yeah. To be honest, I never really paid any attention to the People of Laaf before. It was always just there, but I never felt the need to walk around the village. That was until I heard some Efteling enthusiasts praise this section of the park, and being an Efteling enthusiast, or even a fan, myself, I decided to give the People of Laaf a go. I was pleasantly surprised and regret not visiting the peculiar world of the Laven earlier. As I mentioned, I think this place is incredibly immersive. Just a piece of land separate from all the big Efteling rides. Don't get me wrong, I love those big air rides at Efteling, but having a walkthrough attraction where you can wander around and explore new things every time is a great thing. Why do I like this place at Efteling, you may ask? It just has so much to offer, so much to see. For real, I was having this big smile on my face almost the entire time while visiting. Nothing ever looks the same, and you can spot new things every time. Though the monorail provides a nice view from above, I highly suggest you explore the People of Lav from the ground as well. A one-word description of the People of Lav would be lovely. The People of Lav has this indescribable feeling that is a combination of a sense of a warm home, a ray of sunshine, childlike wonder, and being completely removed from the outside world. Also, I really like the stepping stones. You have reached the end of the video. There is so much I still haven't touched upon that has to do with the People of Lav, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you're feeling up to it, you can leave a like or comment, or not. I wish you a pleasant day wherever you are. Bye!